But now she's suffering further humiliation as her new movie gets scathing reviews. She's gotten horrible reviews from everyone that's been at the premiere. Another Simple Favor got scathing reviews from both The Hollywood Reporter and Variety.
Blake Lively is in full-blown meltdown mode after Hollywood mercilessly tore apart her latest film. Sure, the sequel's storyline might not have matched the magic of the first, but I've never seen a movie get roasted this brutally over a single performance.
Blasted as silly and sometimes trying by The Hollywood Reporter, and Variety accused it of samey sameness and noted it drags on.
Honestly, the entire crew doesn't deserve to take the fall for this, but Blake's desperate attempts to salvage her image are nothing short of unsettling.
The Hollywood Reporter argued that the movie doesn't prove to be the exception to the rule, that sequels rarely live up to the standard.
The backlash over Another Simple Favor isn't just about the movie itself, it's the peak of a storm of legal drama and PR disasters that's been trailing Blake for months. Everywhere she goes, every move she makes, whether it's a harmless interview or a casual Instagram post, is dissected under a microscope.
Blake's the problem, Blake's the problem, Blake's the problem.
For the hate is relentless, yet Blake refuses to back down. She's still showing up to events, still doing interviews, still smiling for cameras. But let's be honest, none of this is making the situation any easier.
The sequel was a nightmare. A nightmare is what I heard. Was the word chosen.
The drama goes far beyond box office numbers. Blake's personal life, marked by ongoing lawsuits and fractured relationships, overshadowed Another Simple Favor long before critics saw a single frame. The sequel was meant to be a stylish, twisted follow-up to the original, but instead of praise, it's being ripped to shreds. And it's impossible to ignore how much her personal scandals are fueling the fire.
Blake's obviously a problem for so many because we're seeing her caught, and obviously Anna hasn't seemingly done the level of what Blake did to Justin, obviously so.
When the film finally hit theaters, the reviews were merciless. The Hollywood Reporter branded it as silly and tiresome, while Variety dismissed it as more labored than clever.
Says it was blasted as silly and sometimes trying by The Hollywood Reporter, and Variety accused it of samey sameness and noted it drags on.
The criticism was unrelenting. While Blake's performance earned some praise, the script was panned for its sluggish pacing and heavy reliance on exposition. That's where things got messy. Blake is carrying so much personal baggage right now that it's nearly impossible for audiences to separate the film from her off-screen drama.
Trying while praising the chemistry between Blake and Anna, she noted that the movie is watchable because of the friendship between their characters, but added it's a shame that these characters and their friendship aren't more deeply developed.
It's obvious the film's downfall is tied, at least in part, to the chaos of Blake Lively's public image. On its own, the movie might have had a fighting chance, but for most viewers, the spectacle of her ongoing controversies completely eclipsed the story on screen.
The Hollywood Reporter's critic accused Another Simple Favor of overemphasizing antics to justify its existence, and complained that the script relies on so much dialogue, giving some scenes a mechanical quality.
The legal feud with Justin Baldoni. The sexual harassment allegations. The bitter back and forth of accusations and counterclaims. All of it seeped into the movie's promotion like poison. The film never stood a chance to shine on its own merits. And for Paul, the director who poured his time, heart, and budget into Another Simple Favor, watching the project collapse under someone else's scandals is gut-wrenching.
The Paul Feig, who apparently is the diva whisperer, I guess, and somehow got these two together again to make this movie happen.
For Paul, the reviews were a punch to the gut, especially after the painstaking effort behind the sequel. He's voiced his work is being buried under a drama he can't control, and that's a brutal reality for frustration, but what can he really do? The film's failure isn't about poor craftsmanship or weak direction, it's about the sheer gravity of Blake's personal crises, which have swallowed the entire narrative any filmmaker to face.
The production did not go well. It was stressful as hell. Paul Feig is the one who somehow can magically make these two be nice.
Blake's legal war with Justin Baldoni has taken center stage, casting a long shadow over every corner of her life. The sexual harassment allegations, paired with her claims of a smear campaign orchestrated by Baldoni, have placed her under relentless public scrutiny. These battles are no longer confined to courtrooms, they've spilled onto front pages and bled into every facet of her professional life, from film premieres to her carefully crafted public persona.
She seems not very nice herself. She doesn't come across very nice to me, and I like her. I liked her in Trolls, Pitch Perfect, Up in the Air. Like, she's done a lot of great work. As an actress.
The entire spectacle has become a never-ending circus. The problem? The public has seen little to no hard evidence backing Blake's accusations. No smoking gun text messages. No incriminating recordings. No contemporaneous complaints to colleagues or relevant authorities. Just her word, and with each passing day, skepticism about her credibility grows louder.
You don't believe her are terrible human beings, basically. We're not. We are just critical thinkers.
When someone levels allegations this serious, the expectation is clear, documentation, proof, something tangible. Blake has offered none of that, leaving her critics to wonder if these claims are less about justice and more about strategic image control. Without concrete evidence, her accusations risk being seen as a PR maneuver rather than a sincere fight for truth.
See that someone must be working full-time deleting all the negative comments. And when you see Blake Lively's post, there's always like 11 to 13 comments that's allowed. I don't know if she has like calling them all saying like, okay, at 5:02 today, I'm posting this. Be really fast to comment, and then I lock it.
The lack of proof, paired with her continued high-profile visibility, has only intensified public backlash. That skepticism is magnified by the obvious fingerprints of her PR team, whose aggressive narrative spinning makes the entire ordeal feel like a calculated media production rather than an authentic legal battle.
Must be something like that. She can't keep it open for a long time, or I don't know if you can actually control and put some people that can actually add a comment to you. I don't know how that works. I just find it very suspicious.
In Hollywood, PR isn't just damage control, it's an art form, one built on controlling narratives and protecting reputations at all costs. For some observers, Blake's legal drama now looks like just another chapter in a carefully orchestrated storyline, crafted to manipulate public perception and keep her in the headlines.
Not be in Justin Baldona's interest whatsoever to create any negativity around Blake Lively's persona during the promotion of It Ends With Us. Of course it wouldn't. Why would he want the star of the movie to get negative press?
And the chaos doesn't end with lawsuits. Behind the scenes, whispers of a brewing feud with another Simple Favor co-star Anna Kendrick began circulating during the film's promotional tour. At the South by Southwest Film Festival premiere in March 2025, murmurs of tension between the two stars only grew louder. Anna's body language on the red carpet and her demeanor during interviews added fuel to the fire.
You're working with Blake again.
Oh, talking about you all day.
Oh my God,
When asked about her working relationship with Blake, Anna offered cryptic, almost dismissive responses, shrugging off questions with lines like, "Oh, you know," before quickly changing the subject or walking away. For those who remembered how openly Anna had once spoken about their friendship, the shift was glaring. It was hard not to read her evasiveness as a sign of discomfort, or even outright resentment.
Saying that was a choice. And of course,
again, not hiding. She's not there to defend Blake. It's clear as day. I'm here to do my job. Oh, whatever.
Meanwhile, Blake seemed determined to downplay any whispers of tension. She flooded Instagram with photos from the promotional tour, 20 in total, but Anna appeared in only one of them. The omission didn't go unnoticed. For fans and critics, the near erasure spoke louder than any caption could.
Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy.
It's the best, and I'm so happy to be here. And I will say, I think that was the more responsible, respectable response to the media.
When asked about her working relationship with Blake, Anna offered cryptic, almost dismissive responses, shrugging off questions with lines like, "Oh, you know," before quickly changing the subject or walking away. For those who remembered how openly Anna had once spoken about their friendship, the shift was glaring. It was hard not to read her evasiveness as a sign of discomfort, or even outright resentment.
It's very easy to bully Blake, Kim. It's very easy to bully Blake and say, we don't like Blake right now. And I get it. I'm not trying to tell you, don't harass and bully her for real, but I'm just saying, to not like her for what she did to Justin, I get it. I'm with you.
Meanwhile, Blake seemed determined to downplay any whispers of tension. She flooded Instagram with photos from the promotional tour, 20 in total, but Anna appeared in only one of them. The omission didn't go unnoticed. For fans and critics, the near erasure spoke louder than any caption could.
They supposedly it was like invite only or whatever. But it says Blake Lively has suffered a further setback as her new movie, Another Simple Favor, got scathing reviews.
Director Paul stepped in to stamp out the rumors, dismissing the alleged feud as baseless. He insisted the production had been a positive, collaborative experience for everyone. But few were convinced. After all, a director has every reason to smooth over internal drama, especially when the film's success is on the line.
Fake shut down speculation that the two stars didn't get along as they all attended the film festival in Austin, Texas.
When the actors themselves can't even fake comfort around each other, it's hard to ignore that something might be wrong. Paul's denial did nothing to stem the tide of speculation. He might have tried to put the rumors to rest, but the damage was already done. It's one thing for a director to say everything's fine, and another for the cast to look visibly strained in public.
Director, who attended premiere events alongside the movie's cast in Austin, Texas on Friday, March 7th, and addressed speculation of a recent rift between the pair.
The result? Fans and the media are left with more questions than answers. Was there really tension between Blake and Anna, or was it just collateral damage from the chaos that seems to follow Blake everywhere? Either way, Blake's PR machine has become a central part of the conversation, and it's clear that her team is losing its grip. With the disastrous reception of Another Simple Favor still fresh, the stakes couldn't be higher.
And Kendrick, 39, never wants to work with Lively again. Feig shut down her claims a day later. You're wrong, wrote Feig, who attended an Another Simple Favor Q&A with Lively, Kendrick, and other members of the cast at the Paramount Theater.
A deeper look inside Blake's PR operation reveals just how far they're willing to go to salvage her image, and how those efforts are backfiring spectacularly. One of the most eyebrow-raising moves? The hiring of a former CIA crisis management operative to guide Blake through this period of relentless scrutiny.